This is what you have been waiting for. I'm Nancy J with the Celebrity Spotlight on The Dark Knight Rises. This is the Tumbler, and of course now, you want to meet the cast. We still need to care about what happens to Bruce Wayne.
Right. Well, I think that there's enough happening, you know, with him. There've been enough changes. You know, it was something that Chris and I spoke about when we first met. Before I auditioned for the role, of just saying, you know, that something that we found was that it was always curious why the villains were so much more interesting always than Batman himself was. That he's a fascinating character himself, and so you know, he must never become just this guy walking around in a rubber suit. You know, we have to understand why he's doing that, that he feels there's a monster inside of him and he creates this monster, and it's his way of channeling and dealing with him. And that's a fascinating character.
Lucy, can you see by the dawn's early light?
You are as precious to me as you were to your own mother and father. I swore to them that I would protect you, and I haven't.
The twilight's last gleam.
The mayor's gonna dump him in the spring.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But he's a hero.
A war hero. This is peacetime.
You think this can last? There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne.
So what do you think? What do you think of this whole world?
Oh my gosh, I think this is definitely the best, one of the best superhero films. I mean, you could take your pick, Batman Begins or Dark Knight, you know. It's probably the most epic superhero movie I've ever seen. And it transcends the genre of superhero movies. It's a deeply felt, beautifully told story about, you know, heroism. And I'm so pleased and privileged that I'm a part of it, and that I got to go to work with these people every day. And I mean, I'm still, it's a lot, it's almost too much wonderful, if you know what I mean. You and your friends better batten down the hatches. 'Cause when it hits, you're all gonna wonder how you ever thought you could live so large and leave so little for the rest of us.
What does that mean?
Rise.
When Gotham is ashes, you have my permission to die.
You're kind of the old. You sort of represent the old, and you bring in the new. I mean, you're the young guy and kind of looking for some direction, it seemed like, yes?
Well, yeah, there's certainly a parallel in that I've always admired Gary's work as an actor. You know, my favorite actors, the chameleons, the ones that blend into their characters. You don't see the actor, you just see that character. And he's done so many cool characters. You never recognize the actor. And there's that parallel that John Blake, the character I play in Dark Knight Rises, looks up to Commissioner Gordon as an idealist. You know, someone on the force who's not just going with the status quo and not just looking out for their own job and their own well-being, but actually cares about the well-being of Gotham City.
An epic movie that is certainly more than satisfying. In fact, you're going to want more. We'll see. Look for The Dark Knight Rises in your real-time theater.